Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity with me, Bring It On.
Yeah.
Could pull this mob again with my main character and his Heelys. What's up, fellas? See you guys later.
Yeah?
I'm here.
Stop. Thanks. Thank you.
Can't see anything because all these darn effects. I don't know what's going on, man. Alright, more fire effects.
Breathe. Death. Take you.
I see some fear effects ticking. Yeah, these monks were in pretty good shape. They are probably the biggest threats. I may have clipped the Devil Karok with that tornado spell. What's it actually called? Tornado. Okay. How apt. What's up, fellas? You don't mind me dropping in. Oh, that's far more destructive than I was expecting. Can I get Ravius back? My bad. Oh gosh.
Everyone else has.
Stop that.
Or at least she can tank for a little while.
Breathe.
While I focus on getting my companions back. Watch my frame rate suffer. Jeez Louise. Alright, let's get another Moonwell out.
What?
That prone is lasting ages.
Zara
Oh no, they're not prone. Animation was just bugged out.
Zala is ready.
That's hilarious, because I assumed that my character wasn't prone because they were standing up, and then I assumed they were prone because they're laying down.
Let's go.
Well, good to know the bug works both ways. Jeez Louise. I feel like that wasn't all the enemies that were in there. So I think running this far back, maybe we only pulled half or 2/3 of the group. Good quick save. I'll take a peek in there with Zawa. Does he have the highest stealth?
Right here.
Still more in here. Okay.
Yeah.
So we cleared out part of the group. I think I'm fine fighting in the doorway now. Or at least on the stairs.
What?
Right here.
Lead the way.
So another quick save, then I'll pull with my main character. Hopefully getting aggro on my main character as well.
Sure.
Need something? Zala.
You two go get the Gale
Right.
Slinger. I always forget that you can pull enemies back far enough that you can de-aggro, because I've used that a couple times. And accidentally once during one of the bounty fights. Do we have a Grimoire of the Tides yet? Yes, we do. Okay. That's all junk. I wasn't paying attention. I assumed that we killed the named character that was in that group as well. A massive crystal, its jagged edges iridescent with an unearthly glow, pierces through the dome. Mosaics and tiles have been carefully arranged around the strange rock.
Smells fresh. That can't be the salt well.
A thin film of iridescent dust floats on the calm surface of the waters, obscuring its depths.
What? No.
I mean, there's only 5. We probably have this one in the bag. But we want to play it safe anyway.
Moe Ixie
Actually, focus the monk down first.
Right here.
Oh yeah, getting a lot better at fighting these guys. Feels good.
Right.
Kind of stuff to sell as well. Alright, so it might be worth resting up. Alright, so the second exit, which connects up here. The craftsmanship that gave form to this statue appears too skilled and refined to come from mere mortal hands. The sign that that skeleton is Abaddon? Are they somehow using Abaddon for Andra's purposes? Be really careful. We're running out of resources and we're a little banged up. It wouldn't be the worst idea to rest here.
On your... What?
Going on, fella?
Stop it.
Alright, another quick save.
Sure.
I think it's the reliquary. And another exit. Okay. Alright, so we do have to go to the lower level first before we can go to the reliquary.
Yeah.
Yes? What do you need of Zawa? I would gladly cast. We are the warriors. We are. But it is. I give this answer because it is what you wanted. But enough. You would ask Mostakan. They did not feel the same. When I was in my. Then
So make sure I
issued
miss anything
master,
with him.
He never gave me another lesson. A year later, he was dead of old age. They named me chieftain anyway.
Maybe he was testing you.
I thought so as well. I tried everything. Patience, rage, cleverness, acceptance. Not yet, he would say. Not yet.
Someone else must have been able to teach you.
At any time, two people know the secret of becoming the Anitle, the chieftain and the master of the Nalpazka. When Ishipilo died, the knowledge was lost to us forever.
You seem to have managed in spite of that.
Have I? You would ask much of one who knows little.
What happened after you became chieftain?
Word of Ishipilo's death spread. Our enemies saw the opportunity. The Ketchmodel chieftain came with gifts to honor my rule. But his real purpose was to look me in the eye, to know if Zawa might be beaten. I looked at him, and I imagined that I was the Anitle, free of all the worldly snares, that my master had taught me everything.
His mouth tightens.
When he turned to leave, I saw he wore a secret smile, and I knew I had failed. 3 days later, they attacked. They were many times greater than our numbers. They had been trying to conquer us for generations, and the Takan chieftain had always sent them running. The power of the Anitle.
He shakes his head.
In my heart, I knew we would lose, and it would be because I was not the Anitle.
What did you do?
What we had always done. I gathered my Nalpazga warriors and led a charge into the belly of their army. The Nalpazga believed Zawa was the Anitle, and it gave them strength. For their sakes, for Takan, I believed it too. My mind found a place it had never reached before. I could see my enemies' moves before they made them. I could see my own actions in front of me, the path to victory. I did as I saw, and the Ketchmodel fell in heaps. And then the Ketchmodel chieftain came to face me, and he knew Zawa was not the Anitle. When I saw him, I knew it too. I hesitated. My enemies fell upon me. One by one, the Nalpazga were defeated, and Takan was conquered.
What became of your people? Zawa takes a slow breath.
Of the men, they made slaves. Of the women, they made wives. Their way is to absorb the conquered, make them forget themselves.
If Ketchmodel defeated you, how did you survive?
They take you alive if you are a chieftain. They break your body and your spirit. Then they show you to their people and to yours, broken. After that, they cut off your head so that they may drink your soul from it.
He flicks his fingertips casually across his throat. But you got out of it.
Oh no, they did all of those things to me.
Zawa laughs.
They flayed me until my screams became whispers, until I no longer knew who I was, and my only hope was to die soon. But they didn't stop, and that was their mistake. In my lowest moment, I released my grip on many worldly things I had come to embrace since my master's death. The pain made the world clear again. They brought me out to be executed, not knowing any better. They swung the machete down upon my neck, but it would not cleave.
He mimes the interrupted swing.
Each hack of the knife brought great pain, and the pain showed me glimpses of pure truth. For a moment at a time, I was the Anitle. I broke my bonds by seeing beyond them. I slew my executioner by knowing I would slay him.
Were you able to free your people after that? All at once, Zawa seems to deflate.
No. When the pain faded, so did my enlightenment. But it was enough to make my escape. I swore to return when my soul was ready to defeat the Ketchmodel, when I had rediscovered my master's lost secrets.
You said you swore to return to liberate your people. Did you ever free them?
No. I searched my empty homeland for any trace of Ishipilo's knowledge, but I knew he had left none. It would have been too dangerous. When that failed, I began searching the land to see if knowledge of the Anitle had come from abroad. I visited temples and monasteries. All the while, Zawa was trying to find the answer within himself as well. Meditation, malkachoa, 1,000 practices he had learned as Nalpazga or dreamed on his own. He becomes nearer to the Anitle every day, but his soul is not free. He is not the Anitle.
Why not try to free them anyway, if you're close?
The final step is the difference between invincibility and certain failure. Catch Model has only grown over time, swallowed all its rivals. It would take no less than the Anitle to free and protect the Takan now.
What if you die without rediscovering your master's knowledge?
Then the Takan will be no worse off than they are now. But they do deserve better.
Is there any way I can help? Perhaps there is. In my journey to Stalwart, I passed through a place that put my soul on edge. I don't know what it was about the place. I had intended to return there after I had fulfilled my pledge to Stalwart's mayor. The answers I search for now are of the soul, and such resonances should not be ignored. I believe the locals call the place Whitestone Hollow. It lies east of Stalwart. I would return there and explore its energy, if we should pass that way.
You would ask.
Okay, so I don't think I missed that dialogue the first time I spoke to him. As we've been doing the main quest for the White March, he's had things to say, like when we entered Durgan's battery, and I think maybe that unlocked the dialogue.
Zawa is
That was
ready.
weird, it was hidden
What do you
behind other
need of
dialogue.
Zawa?
It was grayed out. So
Yeah.
they hide it from you. So,
Smells like an ocean breeze. We've got to be close.
oh, close to doing her quest, it sounds like. Neat. Alright, let's get some defenses out.
On your side.
Collapse on this guy. I don't see any monks. Yeah, it's just the swords and a couple ranged fellows.
Right.
Pleasure.
Alright, if you want to stop interrupting my priest, that would be fantastic. Bunch of jerks.
This is getting...
Kind of wish his movement speed was a little faster in this form, especially since there's a time limit per encounter. That's okay. Worked out. I mean, I guess that make it a little too strong, because it is a very powerful ability. I just wish it wasn't... I wish it didn't have a time limit. Halls of Silence. Okay, so another way into that. So Ocean Breeze is probably through one of these doors. We're going to go up this way first. Main character is taking a lot of damage because I keep using Sacred Immolation, and he's tanking for the party. But I mean, this is really good. Forgot that it heals allies as well. So, yeah, it's really, really good. figure this room should be clear of enemies.
Steady does it.
I've read this before. And we've read this before. Glad I checked.
Flame and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Got it done.
Alright, Journal of the High Abbot. This volume appears to serve many functions. There are notes in it detailing schedules and routines of the Abbey. There are favorite passages from Andrite texts, annotated with personal insights. There are also descriptions of dreams. It's not a comma. Many seem purely symbolic, but one entry is of interest. It had been long since I dreamt of my rising. Yet now, with another rising soon upon us, this is the 5th time in a week. Perhaps channeled here, I can put it to rest. I'm walking through the halls of silence. I feel eyes on me from all sides. Angry, vengeful eyes. I arrange the panels and curl my hands into the sign of the tide. The right is the wave, the left tracing the crescent moon with my 2 outer fingers. The way opens to me. I climb the steps and Andra's witness is installed there. The old aspergillum? Set to operate the valves. I use it like a lever, and the water rises. There are angry shouts. When I cover my ears, they are louder still. But the water continues upward, far past where it should. I climb as high as I can, but I feel it icy on my feet. Then it is over my head, and I cannot breathe. Suddenly, I am outside the reliquary, looking at the Veil of Tears. The witness is in my hand, and the veil parts for it. I step through to the one place in the Abbey I feel protected. Only when I pass inside, I come out in total darkness. I call for help. I'm shouting, screaming for help. There is no answer. I stop. I sit there in the dark, waiting for what seems like ages. Then I realize, I don't know who I am.
I'll stay out of sight.
This top of the Abbey, can I go through this? I thought it looked like stairs, but there's nothing for me to interact with. So I'm probably willing to do one more fight before I want to rest. Probably all my main character can handle anyway.
You gotta see this.
What am I looking at?
If you say so.
It's here. The salt well.
And the room is a pool. It's small but deep enough that you can't see the bottom. The glassy surface almost looks frozen. So does Maneha. She stands rooted in place, staring at it.
You know, I thought it'd be bigger.
Looks deep anyway.
Gift bearers say the heaviest regrets and greatest sorrows get left here. So it better be.
She peers in. And I thought you'd be diving in by now. Maneha makes a little noise of frustration in the back of her throat.
You know how when you've been thinking about something so long, you're worried that when you finally get it, it won't be what you expected?
She tugs at one of her bracelets.
I mean, for all we know, that thing's just filled with leeches.
You're stalling.
Don't remind me.
She sighs. Yeah, option 4 and option 2. I'm going to say option 2. Your memory of the massacre has shaped you. Discarding it may change you more than you intend.
Good.
She takes a deep breath and closes her eyes.
Anything's better than this.
I mean, then do it. I don't know you well enough to tell you not to. She lets out a long, slow breath.
Okay, here goes.
She shakes her arms and legs out with a jingling of metal. Striding forward, she steps into the pool.
Oh, that's cold!
She convulses with a sudden shiver, rattling her jewelry. She descends the steps until she's standing in water up to her neck. Do you feel anything?
I think I'm going numb, actually.
She shivers again.
This is the right pool, isn't it?
She frowns and cranes her neck around the room. Maybe you need to get your head in the water too. She gives you a wry, sidelong look. Then she takes a deep breath and submerges. A minute ticks by. 2. Maneha keeps herself still beneath the water. At last, she breaks the surface, wiping the water from her eyes and shaking it from her hair.
Hey, gift bearer or not, don't think I won't pull you in here too.
Wait, you said gift bearers come here. Maybe you have to leave something behind. Her eyes go wide as she snaps her fingers.
I've got it.
She digs through her pack and produces a thick bundle of cloth bound with leather. It's the same bundle you glimpsed earlier. She snaps the leather cords and unrolls the cloth, revealing a wine bottle.
Took this from the Marcheso cellar the night I awakened. Been saving it for a special occasion.
Maneha cradles the bottle. Maneha cradles the bottle and brushes dust from the green glass. Heaving a sigh, she swings it by the neck and smashes it against the steps. Say nothing. Maneha drops the rest of the broken bottle into the pool, where it spirals into the depths. Meanwhile, the wine has formed a roiling, bloody cloud in the water. It spreads in long, swirling tendrils. The surface of the pool ripples, and Maneha paddles at the spreading cloud. Crimson tentacles erupt from it, writhing and reaching. Maneha gasps as one wraps around her arm.
Maneha!
You grab Maneha. You reach for her just as another wine-colored tentacle wraps around her head. She shouts as it pulls her under. Zawa grabs your arm and pulls you back before you fall in too. Maneha disappears into the pool. You can't see anything through the crimson murk. Except for the blossoming cloud of wine, the waters look perfectly still again. The seconds crawl by.
Allow me to retrieve her. I will fight this wine tentacle monster.
Thanks, Zawa. At last, bubbles break the surface. A lot of fade to black. Maneha emerges, gasping and shivering. Her face is strangely slack. Her eyes are bloodshot. What just happened? She blinks at the cloudy water and laughs quietly.
I forgot.
Maneha climbs up the steps and out of the salt well. As she does, the reddish color dissipates from the water, leaving only the glassy, clear surface and the unfathomable depths below. What do you remember? She squints, thinking. Water pools at her feet.
I remember running, but I don't remember what chased me. And I remember fear, but I don't remember what scared me.
She looks back at the salt well.
I gave something up, but I don't remember why.
How do you feel? Maybe number 2. I'm not sure this is what you had in mind.
Me neither.
She tilts her head to one side and wiggles a finger in her ear until a spurt of water streams out.
But it feels like an improvement.
Something drips onto the floor. She holds her right arm up and looks at the trickle of blood running from a cut in her hand. She takes the folded cloth, and once she wrapped the wine bottle in, from the floor, and staunches the bleeding. Must be a U right there. Maneha was granted clean conscience. She jerks her head toward the exit.
Lead the way.
Alright, we'll talk to her next time. Let's see what Clear Conscience does. Clean Conscience. Hey, +2 dexterity. Absolutely. Yeah, that's awesome. Especially for her build. Whew. Okay, I'm going to call it here. Next episode, we'll finish exploring this room. We'll speak to Maneha. We'll finish exploring the Halls of Presence, which is just this last room, I think. And then I think we'll descend. We might hop out and go do Zawa's quest real quick. And then come back. But we'll figure that out next time. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.